Good morning. Good morning. Today is August the 8th, and I'm Jaded Trader, and I'm back with another bond breakdown. Let's look at what we have today in the way of announcements. I'm on Econo Day. You guys know this is one of my favorite sites to check out in the morning. We have jobless claims at 8:30, wholesale trade at 10, EIA natural gas report at 10:30. Then at 11, we have a 3-month and a 6-month and a 52-week bill announcement at 11:30. I'm sorry, did I say 11:30? At 11 o'clock, we have the 3-month, 6-month, and 52-week bill announcement. At 11:30, we have the 4-week bill auction, the 8-week bill auction. And at 1 p.m., we have the 30-year bond auction. That's very important to us. We have the Fed balance sheet at 4:30, and we have the money supply at 4:30 as well. Hopefully by that time, we're really way done with trading. If you check Forex Factory, what we're looking for are red folders with USD next to it. I do that a lot. Of course, this is a great website for announcements too. So at 8:30, we have unemployment claims, and at 10, we have the final wholesale inventories. At 10:30, we have natural gas. At 1, we have the 30-year bond auction. There are some red folders for the Aussie dollar. I think AUD stands for that, but whatever. They have some announcements, but hopefully by that time we're done trading it out of the market. So we have some pretty cool announcements today, some things that should be exciting. Let's take a quick look at where we are today. I love to look and start my day looking at the 60-minute chart on the bonds. Here are the bonds, ZB919, and this is my 60-minute chart. Let's see, one of the first things I like to check for is I like to look at the oscillation of the RSI on the larger time frames just to see where we are, see if there's any more room for us to move. And our RSI is in a pretty healthy spot. I guess essentially the middle, it's at 47. Yesterday was a big move down off of that 163.31 level. I think it was 163.31. I called out 164 even before market yesterday, and I knew that we would get there. I didn't know that we would get there so early. We got there actually at 10 o'clock, and then from there we started trailing our way back down, and since then kind of things have been in this area, I guess, ranging between maybe 161.26 and 161.09, 161.10. I kind of see it that way. When we pulled the brakes, I think they pulled the brakes at the end. We were at 161.05 to end the day, and opening up the day, we've kind of been playing inside that range. Of course, prices moved down a bit, but it quickly recovered, and we've kind of been up there. So I'm excited to see what could happen. Of course, we have some gap business between 161.20 and 162.04. So you're looking at like a 16-tick gap there, and that could be pretty exciting to the upside if we can make it up there. I'm not sure if we will. Let's look at the overnight highs and lows. Overnight high for today is 161.26. Overnight low is 160.23. I think that there's more space to the downside to get busy if we really want to get busy. If the sellers want to take control the way that I think they're setting up to do, I think they're going to set up to kind of take control. We'll get down to 160.24. I think we can even get as low as 160.08. The reason I'm doing that is I'm just looking left. One of the biggest principles in trading is before you take a trade and before you think about what could happen, just look to the left and see what has happened. And if you look at what has happened, I really think that if we can get another closure below 160.29, then maybe we'll be able to find our way down to the 160.08 level. I'm just looking back here for that. Nothing, no Nostradamus, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of looking at the market and how things are playing out. Right now, this is a real, I like to call it a boxing match sort of area. Buyers and sellers are really just slugging it out. There's no clear winner. There's no clear someone in control. The last person to take control was a seller, so I have to give them the edge. And we'll kind of wait and see how the action of price takes place before we start placing trades today. Let's look at it on the 5-minute chart, see if anything more makes sense, any other cool major levels on a shorter time frame. It looks like 161.17, 161.16. Those are cool levels for the sellers. You know, those are cool levels for the sellers. Like sellers are really finding strength in that range. Between 161.18, you see how I'm doing that? Every time we have buyers pushing things up into this 18 and 16 level, we got sellers pushing it back down. You know, and I think that that's a good sign for the sellers if they can keep that kind of control throughout the day. But hey, who knows what can happen with the market? Biggest thing that we can do is make sure that we pay attention to all the signals that the market gives us, that we don't try and trade with our emotions, but we trade using the market that's in front of us. Biggest thing for today, guys, is remember, like I always say, trade safely. Trade the edges. Man, trade the edges. Don't be stupid. Don't let the market fool you. It will try. Do not let it do it. The market is crazy. But if you can find your edge inside of the game, then just play the edge. Play the edge every time. Okay, guys, I'm Jay the Trader, and we'll see how today goes. If I had to make any predictions, I love to do this. Sometimes I'm right, most times I'm wrong, but if I had to make predictions today, I would imagine that price could get as high as 162.04 before returning lower. I just feel as though things are overbought, and it's time for the sellers to decide to step into the market, and I believe that they have. So guys, look for lows as low as 160.09 today. I will look for that, and if we can, maybe even get down as low as 159.17. Just depending on the size of the movement. The movement in the markets has been pretty big. We've been having 1.5, 2 points, 2.5 points a day, and hey, why should today be any different? Okay, so those are my predictions. But in any case, man, just trade the market that's in front of you, and you'll be just fine. Of course, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter. If you have any questions about anything, I'll try and clarify for you. Okay, much love, guys. Take care.